There's a kind of person who moves through the digital world like a ghost, watching, noticing, feeling, yet leaving no trace. While most people constantly prove they exist through posts and updates, these people choose a quieter, more intentional path. Their silence isn't emptiness, it's awareness. It reveals more about them than any curated highlight ever could. Most people never question the noise of the world they participate in. They post without pausing, share without reflecting, document without considering why. But the ones who don't post move differently. Their silence is deliberate, and that choice shapes the way they see everything. Free from the pressure of crafting a consumable version of themselves, they start noticing the strange choreography others live inside. The too wide smiles when the camera appears, the way private moments become performances, the exhausting need to be seen. Silent observers feel the weight of that exhaustion, even when it isn't theirs. They sense the insecurity beneath curated joy, the unspoken loneliness behind polished feeds. Something in them whispers, "I don't want to be part of this." So they step back, slowly at first, then completely, not out of fear, but out of awakening. They learn that the moments they keep for themselves become the most meaningful ones. When you're not documenting your life, you start living it. You stop performing and begin to experience things fully, without wondering how they'll look to others. For many silent people, this presence becomes a sanctuary, a place free from judgment, free from performance, a place where they can breathe and be themselves without an audience. From that privacy, authenticity grows organically. From the outside, this silence is easy to misread. People assume it means shyness or insecurity, but often it's the opposite. Their silence is strength, an unwillingness to measure their worth by reactions or validation. They understand that true meaning doesn't come from visibility. Intimacy doesn't need witnesses. The deepest parts of a person can't be captured on a screen. These people stay quiet not because they have nothing to say, but because not everything needs to be said. Some things are more beautiful when they belong to you alone. Their silence becomes abundance, clarity, control, and depth. And in that silence, they sometimes see the world more clearly than the loudest voices ever could. Their psychology goes deeper than preference. When you're not constantly evaluated by others, your sense of self becomes internal, steady, unshaken by external noise.
Their identity grows inward, rooted in a place no audience can touch. They don't chase attention, yet they don't fear it either. What they fear is distortion, the way observation alters truth. They know that the moment something is shown, it changes, becomes a version. Some experiences are too sacred to survive that shift. So they guard their inner world with intention, not paranoia. They've seen how easily the digital world twists meaning, how quickly misunderstandings erupt, how exposing your heart can leave bruises. So they protect themselves, not by withdrawing from life, but by choosing where their emotional energy is safest. And the less they post, the more they observe. Their minds collect details others overlook, the break in a voice, the weariness under a smile, the gap between what people show and what they feel. This makes them deeply empathetic. They connect through presence, listen more than they speak, notice more than they reveal. Their relationships become intimate because they're not diluted by performance. Silence becomes a lens, one that sharpens their perception of themselves and the world. Without external applause shaping them, they develop emotional independence. They don't crumble without validation. Their strength comes from within. And sometimes, that silence becomes something spiritual. Without the constant need to narrate life, they feel the raw texture of living, the way sunlight moves through a room, the weight of unshared memories, the purity of moments that exist only in the heart. Some stepped away from posting because it felt like a spotlight they never asked for. Every update felt like exposure, every shared moment like an invitation for judgment. That awareness grew heavy, until the only escape left was stillness, the freedom from impressing, updating, comparing. In that stillness, they found privacy, which became their refuge. They could feel deeply without performing it, heal without broadcasting it, grow without documenting the process. People often assume they're disconnected, but the truth is, they're connected in a rare way, connected to themselves. They move with an inner rhythm, guided by an inner voice that doesn't need digital proof. They don't archive their life to remember it happened. Their solidity doesn't depend on likes or algorithms. Ironically, these quiet ones often carry deeper stories than the loudest feeds online. They've lived chapters the world will never see, felt things they'll never turn into captions, survived battles no one clapped for, celebrated victories that remain theirs alone.